Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am sitting here with a fabric panel that I'm going to cut up, and I just thought I would turn the camera on and show you what I'm doing. This is a panel by Loralie Designs, and I am now part of their wholesale program. So excited about that. So I get to buy entire bolts from them. And I have purchased 2 different bolts of panels. And what I have discovered is, as I'm sure it is with most panels, the first panel and the last panel are usually partials. Like this one is cut right through what I would consider a border. I honestly think this is what they want us to cut through because it was cut there and then the last one was cut there, and it's very hard to cut between their panels. They give like, I don't know, just a tiny little space. But anyway, that doesn't matter. It's obviously a partial, and even if it's not a partial, these panels is just, it's a bunch of squares. I just think it would be odd to use this as is. You have some flowers here at this end, but just look at all those nice squares that we can cut and just use as squares in a quilt. So that's what I'm going to do. Now these measure about 5 inches, but I don't want to be like so overly careful. So I'm just going to cut them, and then they could be trimmed to 4.5 inches or whatever. Or, if you're somewhat careful, you can still just consider it a 5-inch block. And, whatever you might mess up, like if there's a little bit of this one on this one, that's going to get lost in the seam allowance. So let me just figure out, am I going to do this? I think I'm going to do this one with my rotary cutter. I think that might be the best way. So let's give that a try and see how that works. So I'm going to take this border off. Now this is good. That can be used. I will have this on eBay, but not tonight. I actually have to go out tonight and sleep somewhere else. I'm going for my second sleep study. I did that, I don't know, about 10 years ago maybe, and it's time for another. I just think this is the easiest way to do this. I'm going to cut strips, and then we'll cut into squares. Now some people would never have thought to put these different patterns together, but this is proof that you can. Proof that there are other people in this world like me. I love the Loralie designs because they're really weird. Oh, and I may have some of these panels at some point, but they're coming out for my exclusive shoppers first. And if there's any leftovers, and I'm pretty sure there will be, I will have those on eBay too. But that'll be down the road because they get to shop for a while first. All right, let me just put some music on and finish cutting. And we have this Salvage. The other Salvage is part of this. And I will include that when this is up for auction. You can check down below when I have it up on eBay. I'll have the link there. Penny auction starts at a penny, and USA only, free shipping. Now I'm thinking that I can line these up enough, straight enough, where I can just, put these on top of each other and at least do a couple rows. I wouldn't lay this on top of this because I want to be able to see. But see that's pretty easy. That cutting that I just did, that was way easier than I thought. Now these are good for the crumb box. I will include that in the penny auction also. If I remember right, I think there's 32 squares. See, it's just so cool. And you can just add your own sashing and turn them into something awesome. Now see, this isn't a cutting mistake. That's just the way the block is. I have another panel, let me show you, with the Crazy Ladies. Loralie's Crazy Ladies. And I have two of this one and two of this one, because there's always, like I said, there's always a partial at the front end and the back end. But see how cool that is? Look, buttons, thread, Crazy Ladies. I don't know, I just think they're cool. Very excited to be able to be getting these wholesale, even though they're still pricey. Okay, it's expensive fabric. Let me just finish. Let me put it this way. Uh-oh. I must confess, look, I completely slipped on that one. So there's more. And this one, not as much. Sorry. But if you did it yourself, you'd probably do the same thing. I will at least trim this one. Make that one look a little bit better. Now you would have never known if I hadn't told you. But I did tell you. It's because I was so excited by this. I just think this is beautiful. And this. Oh my God, I love all of this. All right, so this one I'm going to straighten it up just a tiny bit. All right, so if you win this, this is the one that's a little bit narrower. So use 1/8 of an inch seam allowance on that one. Now I will tell you, if I screw up when I'm cutting, for my sales, no, that doesn't make it to the end. That gets, many times it'll just get sold as, one that I cut wrong or whatever. I'll still sell it, but I disclose. Like I was cutting some 3.5 inch squares, was it? I can't remember exactly the size squares, but there was like a whole bunch of sets, and one of them, I noticed a flaw in the fabric. I didn't like that flaw. So that one came out and it went into the crumb pile, and I'm selling that with, that one less square at a lower price. I sell a lot of fabric. It is like scary what I've turned this into. And sometimes I lose sleep over it. Hence the sleep study. No, I'm just... the sleeping has nothing to do with that. But it does. It's like... It'll start to worry me. I'm like, am I getting carried away? Am I aiming for trouble here? But no, I don't believe I am, because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And if I ever want to stop, I just sell what I have and that's it. The end. Let's see what we have. First, we know we have this border and the extra salvage. And we have these little things for a crumb box. Very colorful, very usable. This is like really nice for crumbs. And then I'll just flip through these quickly. They're just so cool. Now see here, like I said, I have a little bit of purple on this one too, on the edge. So here's the deal. If you get these, go ahead and trim them down to like 4 3/4 or something. Whatever you want to trim them down to. Square them up, use them any way you want. I will have, better pictures when I list this. And I mainly wanted to show you guys, don't worry and panic about separating them perfectly, because, like I said, you can just cut them down and trim them. Now it's funny how they gave the partial chairs, but they're weird. I told you, that's why I like them. Look how pretty the colors are. They're just so vibrant and whimsical, and I do believe there's 32, because I think that's what I wrote in the description. This panel will be available at the time of this video tomorrow for my sale, my flash sale. I have sales every weekend, and then every 5 to 6 weeks I have a big fabric frenzy, and the one coming up is Fabric Frenzy 30, and it's going to be huge. If you ever want to get in on my sales, the link to Patreon and YouTube memberships is down below. It's $5 a month, and you can cancel at any time, and you save big time, because if this panel makes it onto eBay, it's at least $4 more. I can't remember if, since these are pricey, if it'll even be a little bit more than that. So you save by becoming a member. All right, I hope you enjoyed this. Just, you know, again, I hope it gave you some ideas as to what to do. Some people look at a panel and they're like, what am I going to do with that? Cut it up and use it like you would any other quilt block. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.